friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Holly, and today we're planning in my color block layout, which is I use for my teacher planner, and I'm going to be using the Jewel Tone kit from Coffee Planner Mom. I will link to her website below. She's got a ton of cute new seasonal kits. Check it out. She also has a PR team, and if you check out her Instagram, you can see all of their codes and you can get a discount. So check them out because they each have a different freebie. So if you see a freebie that you like, that helps you out too, right? Percentage off, extra freebie. Who doesn't like that? So this week is the 9th through the 15th, and I am working on a virtual concert. I know. But we're going to try and get it done. So I'm going to put, my goal is to kind of put some clusters of stickers in different spots so that I can help plan out certain things that need to get done. So I'm going to start with this guy. Put him here. He's going to be, do I have like a to-do sticker? I have a don't forget. I have this week. Let's put this week. Some of these don't actually work with my teacher planner as much, but that's okay. I love the colors, and I think the colors go with this kit really well. I don't know if I want to use, I think we'll just wait and see. So this week I do have some, I'm trying to use my sidebar. Maybe we'll use the bullet points there as hey, these are things you need to look at every single day. And then use more checklists for the priorities for that particular day. So I found a new teaching tool that I want to use, and unfortunately I'm not going to start it this week because I've been productive and I have gotten things ready to go where I'm really I've been really good about getting things done. So I want to put that I'm zooming here. Do I want to put that with a full box? Maybe we'll do that. It's called Nearpod, and I'm really excited to start using it because I've been more consistent about Zooming with my e-learners. Obviously we still do some independent work because music and Zoom are really, really tricky. They don't like each other. It makes it really hard, but we are finding ways to make it work, which is nice. Let's put this guy up top here. And maybe use So Nearpod is like an interactive slideshow. And so you can have your kids in person and through Zoom kind of working at the same pace because you control it. And that part's really nice. that part's super nice. And so I'm going to start with, when I do start using it, I'm going to use some of their preloaded music lessons just so that I'm not reworking everything. I'm learning how to use it correctly, if that makes sense. All right, I'm going to put a cluster of boxes for my in-person 3rd grade. And here's where I'm going to put, so we're working on a virtual winter program. I do my programs where 1st grade and 3rd grade do winter, and my kindergartners and 2nd graders do spring. And since my 4th and 5th grade are at a different building, my 5th graders do winter as well. So it's going to be the cluster for my in-person 3rd grade. 1st grade is a little bit simpler, but we're going to be using instruments this year. And basically I'm having each class record one song. And after they've recorded that one song, I'm just going to kind of put it together, and then the parents can watch it whenever they are ready to do so. I'm going to put another cluster for 5th grade. Sharpy's like, why are we doing this every week? Every week. Because I like it. I end up using all these boxes today, I think. So we'll do that and I think I might want to change that, but we're going to see. Let's see what happens. I'm going to add this guy at the bottom. Because I have 4 in-person 5th grade classes. I have 3 in-person 3rd grade classes. My virtual kids, we are working on something. It'll be interesting to see how it goes, but I think no matter what, I think the families are just going to be happy to have a little bit of that normalcy. All right, we're also going to do a cluster for 1st grade. I have 4 in-person 1st grade classes. This is fun. I was not expecting, like, I knew I wanted to, like, cluster stickers together in, like, groups, like, of thinking, like, what I was thinking about doing. This is super cute. I'm sure you're going, well, so you say. Sorry. What I mean is it's turning out better than I expected. That is fun. That's super fun. All right, so I have my 3rd grade block, my 5th grade block, my 1st grade block. So those are my concert kiddos. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some checklists there to kind of note what's going on with my other classes. I might do 2 checklists for that. So we'll do I feel like this side needs a little bit more yellow. So this is my virtual 3rd grade class that I'm Zooming with. We just started doing this. My 5th graders and my 4th graders, I've been offering Zooms to, and we're getting a little more consistent about doing it. And I figured out how to optimize the sound on Zoom. So like when I'm doing instrument stuff where like I want them to like clap after me, they can actually hear it, because Zoom likes to cut out that, or like clip off the what they consider extra sound, which like if you're in a normal meeting, it's a good thing. If you're a music teacher, it's a horrible thing. Because I kept asking the kids, I would ask them after every pre-recorded Zoom, could you hear that? Could you hear that? And some kids were like, yes. And some kids were like, no. Like I could see your hands, so I knew what you were doing. So I think we have figured that part out. All right. I'm checking my sticky notes to make sure I've got everything down that I want to have down. I am going to add this box here because I have found that for me, I was trying not to, but found for me, doing some work on the weekends is important. I was trying to do everything like throughout the week, but it just became more stressful. So I was like, okay, you know, it's cool. You don't, you know, every teacher is different. So I think we're going to call it chores. Kind of like the chores we have to do to get the school day going. That way I'm ready to go. Yeah. So these two are going to be for like my non-concert kiddos. These are my clusters for my concert kiddos. Let's see what else we got here. Keep saving the... You don't have to be perfect to be amazing. I think we're going to do that one. And the reason why is I was having a discussion with another teacher. It was an interesting discussion because I was commenting on the fact that I chose to stop myself from getting frustrated. What do I want to put there? Other than maybe I just put it up here with a colorful box. Anyway, I was trying to figure out where to put this sticker. No. I had started to get frustrated because I'm used to every year my my second graders usually get done with our first rhythm unit pretty quickly. I have to fix that. I mean, I don't have to if it doesn't come up. Sharpy's back. He has a toy. It's the dino. Sharps. All right. Hopefully Sharpy has settled down. But of course, every time I stop like filming and try to engage with him and play, he's like, no, that's not what I want. But just so you guys know, this is the toy that Sharpy squeaks. Oh, goodness. Every time that I'm making, he has 6 dinos, and he has broken most of the squeakers on them, except this one, and I think there might be one other that has the squeaker still, but they're part of a dino volcano that you can hide treats in, and while he likes that part of things, he also is more of a fan of just chasing the ridiculous dinosaurs. So there you go. Now you know. So, as I was saying before, I was having a conversation with another teacher about how I was getting frustrated at first with the fact that my second graders were not progressing as fast as I felt they should in their rhythm patterns, like in Unit 1. But then I said to her, but then I remembered while they are second graders, they aren't second graders. We missed like a huge portion of the year where a lot of kids, like, you know, like their learning kind of speeds up in that last half of the year. And we didn't have that last year. So in my head, I was just like, you know, I really need to, I don't want to say treat them like first graders. That's not what I mean. But like educationally and academically, I need to take a step back and slow things down because it's just going to take them a little bit more time. And she's like, yeah, it's easier said than done, especially when you have standardized tests coming up. And I wanted to say, well, I did say, so what? In Indiana, standardized tests is a big thing. I think it's a big thing everywhere, but I know particularly in Indiana, it is a big deal. And we got a buy on it because of spring, but they're expecting us to do it this year. And of course, this is putting the teachers in a panic, and rightfully so. I just wonder, when do we get to a point where we say, it is more important for me to meet the students where they're at right now and work from there, instead of shoving academics down their throat, for lack of better words, so that they can regurgitate it on a test. And then, like, you know, do they really have it? Or did they hold on to it just long enough so that they could spew it back out? That was probably more than it needed to be, but on a test. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Now, most of the time people will say, well, you don't have to worry about that because you're the music teacher, but I do. I worry about it because I'm very much into like the development of children and how they progress through things. And if we're not meeting them where they're at, how are we going to expect them to actually learn the things we want them to learn? And that's where I go, when do we decide that it does not matter about the standardized test? When do we decide that? I get it. There's lots of thoughts on it. But that's where I'm at. With the music education that I, do, and the planning that I do, and the 7 habits that I do. Oh, that's the other thing I have to remember. It's Yellow Week. For Minds in Motion. We're going to add the balance beam. It's not like a real balance beam. With the 7 habits things and with the music education philosophy that I do, I think of it as like clay. And from a certain time to a certain time, we're trying to make the clay pot as big as we can. So a math clay pot and an English clay pot and a music clay pot and a gym, like all of the subjects we're trying to make, in those early grade levels, the biggest clay pot we have, because it is going to harden by 2nd grade. Once that clay pot hardens, we then start filling it. I am concerned that we are not worried about molding the biggest clay pot possible right now, and more concerned with filling, and it can't hold anything. All right, that's my 2 cents. What are your thoughts on it, though? And it's okay to have different thoughts than me. I'm okay with that. I love having discussions like this, so fill in the comments below. It's a tough subject, and it's really hard for all of us right now, especially like I said, these kiddos aren't really the grade level they are. They missed a quarter to a half of a year. When you put in that perspective, it changes how you think and how you teach. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. If you want to just chat with me through Instagram, you can find me there, and I will catch you in the next one.